Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss what kind of MCQ can be framed from the circulatory system, that is the transportation system in human beings. So this is the schematic diagram of exchange of gases, that is carbon dioxide and oxygen. So what is the flow of blood? What is the direction of flow of blood in this diagram? So here the first section here is the vena cava, that is the inferior and superior, which collect the blood from the different body, and this is a deoxygenated blood that it contains carbon dioxide in it, that is why it is represented blue in color. So this is deoxygenated blood reaches the right atrium, then it reaches the right ventricle. From here it is pushes into this pulmonary artery. So this artery is carrying the deoxygenated blood. Arteries generally carry the pure blood, but pulmonary artery just do the reverse work, that it carries the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. So here in lungs a rich oxygen is supplied to the blood, due to which it become oxygenated, and then from the lungs, so this section here is the lungs which have large number of capillaries there. Then now from the lungs the blood is carried into this, we can say, left atrium by this pulmonary vein. Now again here function is reversed. Vein generally carries the impure blood, but pulmonary vein carries the pure blood. It reaches here the left atrium, then it moves into left ventricle. Then blood from this left ventricle is pushes into this, that is the aorta, which carries the oxygenated blood to the different parts, that is it reaches the capillaries of various body organs where it is used up and again become deoxygenated. So this is a complete diagram. So what kind of a question can be framed in exam? Just numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to identify which organ is performing the which function, or there will be the match the following part. Now one more important point, in this whole circulation, blood travels in the heart 2 times. Now since the blood travels 2 times in the heart through one cycle, it is also known as double circulation, which includes 2 circulation, pulmonary circulation and systematic circulation. So pulmonary stands for, so pulmonary, in this case the blood moves from right ventricle, from this position, from right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, to the lungs, पल्मोनरी वेन एंड लेफ्ट एट्रियम. ठीक है, पल्मोनरी वर्ड आया है ना, तो मतलब पल्मोनरी में कहाँ से आया? राइट वेंट्रिकल से, और कहाँ गया? इन द लेफ्ट एट्रियम. दिस इंक्लूड्स द पल्मोनरी सर्कुलेशन, दैट इज फ्रॉम राइट वेंट्रिकल टू द पल्मोनरी आर्टरी, टू द लंग्स, टू द पल्मोनरी वेन एंड देन टू द लेफ्ट एट्रियम. दिस इंक्लूड्स पल्मोनरी सर्कुलेशन. Now the rest part is the systematic circulation, which includes rest of the movement, that is from the left ventricle, that is from left ventricle to the aorta, then to the different parts of body, then to vena cava, and then to right atrium. Again I am repeating, systematic circulation involves left ventricle, just see here, left ventricle to the aorta, this is the aorta, then into vena cava, and then finally into right atrium. So why it is called double circulation? Because blood travel 2 times in a heart in one circulation, known as pulmonary circulation and the systematic circulation. अब एग्ज़ाम में MCQ में इसका फ्लो चार्ट आपसे पूछा जा सकता है और अरेंज करना पूछा जा सकता है. सो यू मस्ट नो इन विच केस वेयर द ब्लड इज मूविंग, दैट इज इन केस ऑफ पल्मोनरी. पल्मोनरी का मतलब है पल्मोनरी में आ रहा है और वहाँ से जा रहा है, तो कहाँ से आ रहा है? लेफ्ट राइट वेंट्रिकल से पल्मोनरी आर्टरी में, देन इनटू लंग्स, देन पल्मोनरी वेन टू द लेफ्ट एट्रियम. Now the next question arises, what is the usefulness of this double circulation, or how the intermixing is prevented here? So then there is a wall of septum which separates the right part completely from the left part. Now what is the usefulness of this? It does not allow the mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Here oxygenated blood present in the left part of the heart, whereas a deoxygenated blood is present at the right part of the heart. Now what happened due to this? Due to this, highly efficient supply of oxygen is provided to the organism, as the needs of organism is very high in order to maintain their body temperature. So they require large amount of oxygen, and which can be only possible if there is no intermixing of the blood. And how it is prevented? Because of this double circulation which separately taking place in one part and in the other part. Now the next important topic in this case is the blood pressure. Now what do you mean by the blood pressure? The force that blood exerts against the wall of a vessel. So whenever blood is moving in these vessels, it exerts a pressure. And the next important fact is that the pressure in the arteries is greater than that in vein, due to which arteries are thick walled whereas veins are thin walled. So these are number of statements which can be framed in correct or incorrect form. That arteries are thin, then it will be incorrect. So arteries, in arteries the pressure is very high, that is why they are thick walled, whereas in vein the pressure is low, hence it is thin walled. And arteries carries the oxygenated blood except for the pulmonary artery. Similarly, veins carry the deoxygenated blood except the pulmonary vein. So if we discuss blood pressure, there are two types of blood pressure. One is known as the diastolic pressure and other one is the systolic pressure. Now systolic is contraction of ventricle. So whenever these both ventricle contract, then the blood pressure is very high, that is 120 mmHg. It is a normal high blood pressure, that is the systolic blood pressure, which takes place during contraction of ventricle. Then the next normal value of lower value of blood pressure is 80 mmHg, which is attained when these ventricle relax. So whenever they relax, then the pressure drops to 80 mmHg. So this is a normal human blood pressure range, that is for the higher side it is 120 mmHg, which is also known as systolic. Systolic stands for contraction of ventricles, whereas diastole represent the relaxation of the ventricles, due to which blood pressure lowers to the normal range of 80 mmHg. And the instrument which is used to measure it is sphygmomanometer. So all these are possible MCQs which can be framed from this topic.